boss, and on the show today I have this gentleman. He's a renowned personality in the fashion industry in Sri Lanka, and he's an internationally acclaimed fashion designer, one and only Kamil Hewavitharana. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
You're originally from Kandy, right?
Actually, I'm originally from Guinea. It's close to Kandy.
How is this journey into Colombo?
Colombo, actually, I have to thank Brian for that. Because I always like to dress well and I like fashion anyway. And then Brian is one who helped me to start my modeling career, and then eventually I became a designer.
Tell us about your childhood days. Were you always into fashion?
Yes, actually, yes, I am always into fashion. I have a big family. I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay.
And my mother is a teacher, father is a businessman. And my mother used to design stuff for my sisters. Like, you know, those days,
Yeah.
like, they are not designers, but they create things for their kids. So, I remember my aunt used to send mother care, those fashion book magazines and stuff. She used to send mother care books, and my mother used to do the designs for my sisters, right? And then once in a while she asked, what do you think about this color and blah blah blah. So I think I got the inspiration from her.
So how old were you when you came to Colombo?
I was like 20.
How is the meetup with Brian? Tell us about that experience.
Actually, I met Brian through one of my friends, and he said he's a great designer and the choreographer. And then I also like fashion, so I thought might as well meet somebody who knows about this field very well. And that's why how I meet Brian.
So how did this fashion designing part come into being?
So while I was modeling, and then I started to work for a design wear shop. It's called Dolce Vita, as original design wear shop. And then I was thinking sometimes, okay, we like to dress nicely and we like to see people dress well. And then certain things are lacking. So I thought, why don't I create something differently? Then I can make people look beautiful.
So tell us about your experience in Dolce Vita.
Dolce is a nice experience. Actually, the directors are really good, and I learned so much from them. The international market, like international brands. I didn't know much about international brands that time, and I learned A to Z. And I learned like basic things also, like the cut and the quality and how to fold the pants and all those things I learned A to Z.
So did you like do any academic work before you got
Actually,
into
it's my
fashion
creativity and talent, the ideas. I learned a lot of things from the other people also, because our journey we have to learn, we have to get good ideas from people. So one thing, okay, I started creating my own things, and then later on I did some fashion week. I started, Roseanne did a fashion show, fashion week. I started from there, and then I got a very good chance to work with Colombo Fashion Week. That's my turning point. So I learned so much from them.
Was that your highlight of your career?
That's what I think. 2019, I did my first collection for CFW. From then, I learned so much, and still I'm learning. That's my turning point.
Let's talk about your stint with the Romafo. You were the merchandiser for the
Actually,
brand.
I was working for Romafo. It was a very nice experience. I worked a long time there, and they were very supportive. And I got more chance to travel all over the world. And then, especially as a purchasing manager, right? They gave me 100% freedom to select my own thing for the customers, like, you know. So what I did was I handpicked most of the things because I want to see people look nice, dress well. So it was very nice experience. And same time, when you travel, you learn so much, and you learn about the fabric and the qualities and different designs, different culture. So I learned most of the things from that, working with Romafo.
Let's talk about LIMAK, your brand.
LIMAK. Okay, then when I was doing my designs and stuff, then I asked one of my friends, like, what do you think? What's the brand name I should do? Like, you know, I was thinking, asking everyone. I also making some pants and certain names and stuff. Then suddenly he said, why don't you turn your name Azwe and do that LIMAK? So Kamil is the other LIMAK.
How is the brand right now?
Okay, I have done shows internationally also. I have worked with different, like, very famous designers and learned so much. I have so much experience work with them. I have done shows in India, and I met very good designers. And then I have done show in Rome, New York, London, and Dubai.
What is your first international experience? I mean, you have showcased in
My
many countries.
first international experience is showcasing in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, in New York, Sri Lankan community, they want to organize a fashion show. They invited Brian, myself, and Amilani.
Mm.
So we went there, and it was a nice experience to be with Sri Lankans there, and they treated us so well. And that's my first show.
How challenging was it to do a show there?
Challenging. More than that, I think that's our designers.
Mm.
So my first fashion week, like in outside in the Dubai Fashion Week, I did. That's more challenging. When I saw the designers, they spend so much of money for their creations, and they're more facilities. I think they can buy the fabric, whatever the fabric they want, that's available. As a Sri Lankan designers, we have biggest problem is finding the good fabric. Then the retail market, right? So when I went to Rome, I did a show there, and after the show, most of the people, like they have taken the pictures and coming to the backstage. They want to buy the outfits. I never thought that they won't buy outfits because okay, they are admiring is one thing, but the selling point is different thing. I was not ready to sell the stuff also. So anyway, I sold half of my stuff there. Then I thought, why don't I start my own shop and selling, like doing the retail, starting the retail market. That's why I started Book Colombo. How I started Book Colombo.
With Colombo.
Yeah.
And you stopped it?
The thing is,
You stopped it right now?
Yeah. Book Colombo, not only my designs, I gave, actually I got together with most of the like popular designers to work with me. Brian Kirkhope, Michael Vijay Surya, and then Skanda, and then Kalma, and most of the brands.
Basically like a platform for other designers.
Other designers also, because when they come to the shop, if they don't like my stuff, they might like somebody else's stuff. If we have all like different type of stuff, people will like to come to the shop and shop there. That's the main idea. To work with different designers also.
One of the few people who thinks like this, especially in the fashion industry.
No, I know it's a bit difficult, but if you understand each other's choices and stuff, it's easy to work with others.
Yeah. How challenging is it to become a fashion designer in this environment in Sri Lanka?
It's a bit tough also. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. But if you work really hard, you can achieve whatever you want to do. And the challenging part is like what I said earlier, to find the good fabric and the manufacturing it. That's the biggest challenge. Yeah. So because when you do something, you have to do it nicer way and good quality stuff, because we have to satisfy the customer end of the day, right? So that's the main thing. So if we can get the good fabric, we can create beautiful stuff here. And there are so many new talents are there, and new designers are coming, and their ideas are really good. So if government is helping us,
how can the government help you?
To help us in the certain way. You can't, sometimes you can't help each one financially, money and stuff, but to get some nice fabric here, it's really like, because here fabrics are really expensive if you want to create something, and you can't find the good accessories also. So if government is helping us to get that, yeah, we can create better things.
Let's see if the new government can do something about it.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
Kamil, important couple of questions I want to ask you now. What can a young person who wants to come into the fashion designing industry, what can they do, or what they should do in the first place?
Okay, what I want to tell you is, young person will come, they have to plan properly. Like, okay, what I want to do, okay, if you want to do the garments or interior wise, and they have to go to good university and learn something. Because when you study properly, you won't waste anything, because you can create something really nicely. Nobody can cheat you then. You know exactly what you want and how you can do it. So I think it's better to join a good design school and start their career.
They have that in that, the inner ability.
They have the number one. They have to have that creativity. Like, they have to think about, not just going for classes or school or something and just sit and then learn like that. Every day, because fashion is different. Today something is in, so tomorrow is out.
Yeah.
So what they have to do is they have to create their own thing. They have to try. Okay, you can get the ideas from other designers. You can see their shows, how they have done. You can get the idea, but then you have to mix and match and do your own create your own thing.
It's all
That's
about
the most
your
important
creativity,
thing.
right?
Yeah. So it's easy to copy, but if you can, you have to get the ideas.
Yeah.
Because every day, like you can see Paris Fashion Week or London Fashion Week or anything. Even when you go to YouTube or internet, you can see different ideas. You can, like, it's so easy now, right? But you have to create something on your own. That's
Put
the
your
most.
creativity.
Okay, what I think, if you want to create something on your own, okay, one thing is easier. You can go to one of the schools, designing schools, and learn something technique, and because they will teach you. But you have to have your mindset, like, I want to create something different to others, and I can get the ideas from each and every designer, and do my own thing. Yeah, that's a very, very good thing, because now I saw some designers, new designers, after this Colombo Fashion Week. They have created some beautiful stuff, and they have very good future. Because Sri Lanka, in Sri Lanka, even a lot of people don't know. Some people don't know where Sri Lanka is even, and we have really good, talented designers. So if government help us, designers to showcase in different countries like Paris Fashion Week or New York or wherever, that's a good chance to expose our our talents.
How is your designing process? How does that work?
Okay, when I'm doing a show, I don't want to repeat the same thing again. But I have my certain identity. Certain things I want to repeat different way. Yeah, my touch, different way. Now, example like I want to mention Colombo Fashion Week, where I learn, I improve so much, right? And they send me to different countries. Like they send me to India for good fashion shows, and there I met a lot of people, a lot of good designers like Sunit Verma, all of them, and I learned so much from them. Being around, hanging around, they are very helpful. So I can't believe like how helpful they are, right? So you can learn so much. So I'm really grateful to Colombo Fashion Week, especially Ajay and Fasina. They help me a lot, right? They criticize if I'm doing something wrong. Then and there they tell, Kamil, you shouldn't do that. So that time I was thinking upset and all, but then later on I realized they are telling me it's for my own good. And biggest criticize other one is Brian. He also always tell. But at the end of the day, we have to learn. Whoever giving good advice, we have to take it. We should never think I am the best. But I want to do the best. Shouldn't think I am the best.
How does your designing process work? Like, what do you think about it when you first go into your sketching?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the first, like I get the ideas, like I see what is happening and the color thing, like certain, like season, any shows, any year, every year, the color thing is different. So I get the colors and then I think about the fabric, right, and the model's body, all, and then how I'm creating something different. For my shows, it's a little bit drama, right? So people like to see drama, otherwise it's boring, So I like to create something different and very unusual things. And last 3 times I think I did batik collection. So batik I want to give a different look, different face. So I think it's really successful because I got more clients after that. I think I did a good show, I think.
What did you feel for the first time when you are looking at your designs being modeled by the models on the ramp?
I'm very happy actually. I feel so happy because I worked really hard to do that. And same time, always into the show, I always think I could have done better. You're never satisfied as a designer. I could have changed this, that. I always feel. So next show I try to improve myself and do something better than what I did last time.
What are your thoughts on the entire fashion industry in Sri Lanka?
Now our fashion industry has improved a lot. There are many nice schools are coming out, and there are a lot of talented people are joining as designers, and they do a lot of experiments, and they make their own fabric and stuff. Like they buy the fabric and change. Like what I also did, I buy sometimes fabric and then I do the pleatings and I do the printing, whatever, I try to change the fabric. So there are a lot of techniques. So people are learning that, and then the schools, all these good schools, they are teaching the students how to create something different. So I think now it's improving, and there are a lot of nice designers. They go out and then they do showcase their collections, and they help other people. That's a really good thing, because helping each other is a very good thing. As a designers also, we have to give our hand to new designers, because we know how we came up, right? It's not an easy journey. So when we were there, I know that there are a few people to help. So if you are helping others to come up, then end of the day you can be happy to see how they do well, you know?
Yeah.
That's what.
Is there anybody that locally or internationally that you are trying to emulate? Like, were you inspired by somebody?
There are many designs. I must tell you, there are many designs. Before I joined the industry, even like when I was modeling, I remember few designers actually. Yeah, they are creative. They create different type of stuff. One person is Stefan. He had very good ideas how to create different things, right? And then I like Dimutu. Dimutu is my friend. He's a very good designer. And Brian. Nobody knows Brian's collection yet, but Brian has this originality. Like, he creates something really different to other people. So I really admire his collections, but at the same time I criticize also, right? And then internationally, I forgot to tell. There are some of my friends, I like their stuff because I can't mention one name.
Yeah.
Otherwise they try to kill me, okay? They will. So there are really talented designers, right? And some of them, like, still they are young designers, they haven't got their chance to showcase their stuff, but I hope very soon they will come up in their life and show their talent to the world. And internationally, I like few designers. I like Elisa, Murad, and then there are recently, I think there are some few new designers. I like.
Let's do some justice to our new designers also. Any new designers that you have in mind particularly that who will do well in the future?
Can't remember their names.
There are so many.
There are many, because this Colombo Fashion Week this time, 2025, not only this year, even last year, we introduced some designers. There's a good platform there for them. And there are few designers, I think they will do well, and really good, very good talents.
Kamil, now how long you been in the industry?
I have been in this industry as a designer maybe 2019. Maybe I started 2015.
Okay.
But while I was working at Roma 4, I used to design, but I never done a show before. But I used to design for the shop. So when you go to China, we go to Bangkok and all over, sometimes we give our ideas, ask them to do our designs, few pieces like that. And that's the way I started. And then I remember my friend, Sri Lanka, Glenn and Pati, they are very good to us, and my first collection, right? I did some white collection, white shirts and dresses and stuff. They helped me to publish their magazine. It's a magazine called Style Magazine. Yeah, I never forget that. And then I want to mention Living Magazine. They helped me a lot. With every magazine, they asked me to take some my designs and they publish it.
So have you stopped modeling altogether?
Yeah, because no, the thing is, modeling was very nice and it's a very interesting field, but you can't do both. If you want to work, you can work, but then I am not a person and 8 hours hanging around the gym and do the exercise and all. I'm a bit lazy.
How do you see the male modeling industry in Sri Lanka?
The male model, there are very good male models. Every day new faces are coming. But there are some people, even the modeling industry, you have to give 100%. You know, if you want to become a model, you have to have a nice body and you have to have good personality, not only the good look. And you have to work really hard and be professional. So there are some models, even internationally, you can see that some old, you can't say like old model, they still do good shows because the choreographers to designers, they respect them. Why? Because they work really hard. Not only nice look can come and hang around and do things, because they look after themselves very well. Yeah.
So is it beauty with brains?
That's very important, beauty with brain, yes. Even one of our girl, Elena, she did Paris Fashion Week this time. So it's a good example for Sri Lankan models. And if you are with the crowd, if you are outstanding mean, yeah, it means people recognize you, the way you carry yourself, your personality, you know, that's very important.
I mean, she sets a good example for a young person who wants to come into modeling, like the furthest that you can go in your career, right?
Yeah, it's good, but same time I want to tell you, for girls it's okay, but for guys, you can't be a professional model in Sri Lanka. If in other country you can understand, but here, how much work you will get in. Survive is difficult.
Unless
right?
you get into acting,
acting or something, yeah. So otherwise, I think number one is your education background is very important, and then you have to have a good job, because modeling is part time. Yeah.
Especially for guys.
Yeah. If it's like Paris or something, it's okay. You can do full time, but in modeling in Sri Lanka, it's a bit difficult. Now I think they are getting paid very well, but yet like you can't find work every day.
So many pageants for a year. What are your thoughts generally?
The thing is like,
okay,
the one country is like really into pageants is Philippines. Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, now all the countries are like, it's mostly Asians. But in Sri Lanka, like there are few pageants, like good quality stuff, like even in the world, Miss Universe, Miss World, and Miss International, Miss Grand, then Miss Intercontinental. Those, even though new pageants are coming, Miss Cosmo, those are very, very good pageants. But before you, even our crowd, before you get into this pageant thing, before you want to take part, you have to study. Okay, each pageant is one to another different. Like now Miss Universe, the standards are different to another pageant. If you are representing Sri Lanka, you gotta get a really good person who can go there and shine. It's good for the other girls also, and good for our country also. So when you are selecting, I'm talking about the pageants happening in Sri Lanka, not favoritism. You have to select someone who can go there and shine and promote Sri Lanka. Not that your personal favorite person is winning and going off for money or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, it's our country, our people. They are representing whole Sri Lanka. So I think right person should go for win the pageant and go and represent Sri Lanka.
I think that's one of the reasons why we see people fighting over crowns.
Yeah, because it's not necessary to fight. And another thing is, even I remember that we had this Miss Universe auditions, but Brian told, end of the day, it's a team. One person can win, only one person can win, but you have to help that person. True. Even I know that we have helped a lot of people who's going for these competitions. As a designer, I used to help them. I used to design their outfits, and sometimes whatever I have, I used to give them, because we want them to go there and shine there. Like, wear nice outfits, and then they are outstanding. When they wear good dresses, and they also feel comfortable, and they can shine there. Actually, that's what I'm telling you. We have to help them. There are few other designers also. One call, no problem, Kamil, we'll help her. We'll help her to win the competition, and they're helping. So we have to help. Even the government should help these people.
So Kamil, now going forward, what are your future plans for the LIMAK by Kamil brand?
LIMAK by Kamil, I opened my shop, and recently I have to move from there, and then I am looking for a new place. So very soon, like end of next month, I am opening my shop again. So what I want to do, I want to give a new designers also a chance. They can sell, I can give a small space, they can sell their stuff at my shop. That's the way I can help the new designers, and same time I want to create my own thing, like differently and better way, like what I said, like every day I'm learning. So I want to create something different to other people. Because if you are having similar things all over, they don't have to come to my shop. They can go to another place and buy their stuff. And at the same time, I'm not telling I'm perfect, but I like to help people to improve their taste and the way they dress. I can do that also. And bridal side, I just started, so I will improve that and develop my bridal.
So there's a lot to look forward to.
Yes, because this is never end, like, you know.
Any
Like-
plans to train the young upcoming fashion designers?
I don't mind actually. I want to do that. That's why I was telling when I start my shop this time, I want to get few new designers and train them and then help them to come up in their designing career. And while they're working with us, like, you know, the fashion weeks and all, they also learn a lot. Yeah. So young people, I give advice: give 100%. Don't think that you are the best and you can do better way. And sometimes you have to have patience also, because one day you can't come up and you can do things. We work really hard, sometimes really disappointing, and you know, like you think, no, I won't get a chance, this, that. If you give up, you are the one who's going to lose end of the day. So if you want to achieve something in your life, you have to work really hard, because you have to believe in God and believe in yourself and push yourself to the max, because no one is there. It's your life, it's your talent. You have to work really hard.
Apart from fashion designing, what else do you do? And also hanging around with brand. Apart from that,
no,
also.
no. But hanging around with, okay, what I do, I have few very good friends. I like to hang around with them, do all the mad things, and then I love gardening. I like to collect plants, different type of stuff. You can see outside.
Yeah. So that's your plants.
Yeah. I a little bit unusual, uncommon plants I collect, and then other than that,
Any other hobbies like listen to music?
I like to cook also.
Okay, right.
But very spicy food. You will run after eating my food. Other than that, what I want to do this time, like what I said, that it's difficult to find good fabric. But I want to do that. I want to find out the place we can create our own fabric, like do differently. Even take fabric and do it, like crush it or do something like, you know, differently. For my next collection, I want to do something like that.
Now, when is the next collection coming up?
Hopefully soon. Yeah, so I need time, because all the fashion week, like at last minute I'm running and try to do things and all, right? So this time I thought I better start now, few months before, to create some fabric, and you have to test like how we can do it, and it's going to be a good or a disaster or whatever. Like you have to, if you start now itself, you have time to do that, develop that project.
It takes time.
And hopefully, it's too early to say that I'm planning to do my another business with Australia. Like there's an Australian artist. He wants to create some stuff. I'm going to join with him and do some work. Other than that, helping young people and try to be happy.
Okay. Final question before we take a wrap. What are your words of wisdom for people who wants to come into fashion industry or modeling?
Never give up on your dreams. If you want to achieve your dreams, you have to give 100%. You have to work really hard. So never give up on your dreams.
Right, that's a wrap on the show, and thank you so much, Kamil, for joining with us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.